Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Guilty Pleasures. So today I created this look for you guys using all Burt's products. I received a bunch of products from Topbox Circle to review and I thought why not create a first impression / get ready with me using all the products. So these are all the products that I have received except I already had one of the blushes by Burt's. It's one of my favorites and you will see that in the video as well. The rest of the products I did receive from Topbox Circle to review, and I have used all these products today to create this look for you. So if you want to see how I created this look, please continue watching. So here we're going to start with a completely bare face. I have moisturized my face well and it's just clean and moisturized, and that's all. So the first thing we are going to use is the Sephora Primer. This is a silicone based primer, so it's very good for application of foundations, and I'm just trying to finish that up. It's not a favorite of mine. It kind of does the job. I'm massaging it well on my skin, especially on my T-zone where it tends to get extremely oily. The next thing I'm going to do is my eyelids. So for the eyelids we're going to use Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. I'm going to take a very tiny amount and massage it very well on my eyelids. I want to give the eyeshadow palette and the foundation a fair shot, and that's why I'm using everything that I use daily. The first thing from the Burt's collection we're using is the Shimmering Nudes, and we're going to use the very top shade to cancel out any discoloration I may have on my eyelid. I'm using it with the help of a fluffy brush. After that, I'm using the middle shade right there with a crease brush and kind of building it on my crease little by little. It's not super pigmented, and that's why I have to keep going back and forth and slowly build up the crease. It's an okay kind of a palette. It's not the best, but it's very good for beginners because your chances of making mistakes are almost not there. Next, I'm taking a flat shader brush and I'm really digging it in that middle shade there and patting that color on my eyelid. I'm not super happy with the pigmentation, and that's why I do go back in once again and build that color up, and now you do see some sort of pigmentation. Like I said, it's not over the top eyeshadow palette, but it's something that you can quickly get a look out of and head out the door. After that, I'm using the third shade right there, which is the darkest shade in the palette, and I am darkening my crease a little bit because I felt it was very flat with the top two shades right there. The next we're going to use the eyeliner pen, which is in black, which is also by Burt's. It's a pencil eyeliner. It swatches quite well on the hand, but for the eyelids I felt it tugged and pulled a slight little bit. It is a little rough to use. It's not the smoothest eyeliner that I have used, the smoothest eyeliner pencil that I have used, but it is okay to work with, and it stays put all day. It does not smudge, so that way it is quite beginner friendly. I'm also using the same pencil eyeliner and using it for my lower lash line. I do have sensitive eyes. I wanted to give it a fair shot and see if it irritated my eyes. Next, we're going to do the eyebrows. I do have quite thick eyebrows, but I was going to use the eyebrow pencil anyways, and I always use the eyebrow pencil. This is in Brunette, and it's quite waxy, and this is one of the favorite products from the entire collection. So I'm just filling in the sparse gaps from my eyebrows, and then with the spoolie at the other end, I'm just going to brush it out. Brushing it out with the spoolie in the end just kind of evens the whole thing and makes it look very, very natural. After the eyebrows, we are going to move to the highlight. So we're going to use the top shade once again, the lightest shade in the palette, and kind of highlight the under the brow bone.
and it worked very well as a highlight for under the brow bone, and I'm quite happy with that, as you can see. Now we're going to handle them dark circles, and for that we're going to use the Revlon Color Stick concealer stick, and using the help of my fingers I'm just going to blend it in. After that, we're going to do the foundation. For the foundation, I have the Burt's Bees foundation in the shade Ivory. It comes in a glass bottle and it has a pump on the top, which makes it really easy to use. The consistency of this foundation is quite thick. So as you can see, it's quite thick, it's not runny at all. It has a very distinct smell. It's a little sweet, little chemically, but not irritating at all, and the smell kind of wears off. However, when you're applying it on your skin, it kind of shears down a lot. I'm blending it all in with the help of a damp sponge, and it blends quite well with the sponge, but I have applied it with a brush also, and I feel it applies better with the help of a brush just because of the consistency of the foundation. The foundation wears throughout the day. I have worn it for an entire work day and it does not budge or smudge, and it does settle down as the day goes by. Next, I'm using the mattifying powder in the shade Bare to set my face. It makes my face look completely matte. Because I do have oily skin, I do need to set my face, and the powder is just right for that. Now we're going to do the lower lash line, smudge out a little bit with the last shade of the same palette. Then we're going to quickly curl my eyelashes, and I did not have the Burt's Bees mascara with me at this time, but I did try that, and it's a really good mascara for an everyday use. So I'm just using a Clinique one over here for my top and my bottom lashes. Now we're going to do a little bit of contour. I wanted to use most Burt's Bees products, and I already own the shade Cinnamon Toast, and I use it to contour. You can see it gives the most beautiful contour slash bronzing for the skin. Next, we're using the blush Peach, and it is absolutely pigmented and it's beautiful. Just a little bit goes a long way. Dab off the excess, or else you will end up putting way too much, and then blend it in. It blends in very smoothly and gives your cheek the beautiful flush. I'm just using the top highlighting shade once again to highlight my inner corners. Then we're going to do a little bit of highlighting under the eyes, and for that we're using the Maybelline Dream Lumi highlighting concealer pen, and then we're going to blend it in using the same damp sponge. We're going to set that with Hard Candy Sheer Envy baking powder. We're going to use the sponge and kind of place the powder abundantly under the eyes and where we applied that highlighting. While that is being baked, we are going to use Maybelline's, this is a highlighter we used to have a while ago. It kind of fell under the radar, and I thought I would just bring it back out. This is in the shade Coral. It's from Maybelline Highlight Face Studio, and it gives one of the most beautiful highlighting. Then we're going to take the same fluffy brush and take off the excess powder from the baking, and as you can see, everything sets down beautifully. Now we're going to use the lipstick that came as the same Topbox Circle review for Burt's Bees, and this is in the shade Peony. It's a very sheer lipstick, but it's quite hydrating. You cannot even see it on my hand because of how sheer it is, but it's quite hydrating and it gives a flush of color and it settles well on the lips. It stays for about 3 to 4 hours, before which you will have to reapply, but reapplication is not a problem because it's quite hydrating. We're going to set the makeup with Hard Candy Sheer Envy Matte Setting Mist Spray. And after that, we are pretty much done. So I'm just giving a quick swatch of the Shimmering Nudes palette by Burt's. And it's kind of okay. The mattifying powder is quite good and it does mattify the face. The lipstick is pretty good as well. It does work as a lip tint and a lipstick. The blushes are my favorite. The eyeliner pencil was okay, but the star of the show was definitely the brow product here. With this, we complete the video for the Burt's products. If you have any questions and if you have any comments, please leave that in the comment section below. Please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to get notified for my future videos. And I'm also linking the last couple of videos I did. Feel free to watch them and share them and like them. Until next time, bye.